Good morning students. So welcome to the English class today. I am Dr. Tripti Gupta from Shivjyoti Education Group, Kota. Now today we are going to start with the grammar topic that is sentence transformation. Now as we know, sentence transformation is that we have to change a sentence from one type to another type. Now we are going to take up a topic that is reported speech, because on the basis of speech we are changing the sentences from direct speech to indirect speech. So now in this manner, when we change the sentence from a direct speech sentence to indirect speech, that is how we have to understand that what all rules and how the concept of this changing has to be done. So let us start with the reported speech aspect. Okay students, so let us start with interchange of sentences from direct speech to indirect speech. Okay, now let us understand the direct speech sentence. As we know, direct speech sentence where there are one is the speaker, that is the first person, and the another person is the listener. Okay, the second person so there are two people here, and in this sentence the sentence is been written in double inverted commas. Okay, and there is a separate reporting verb from the direct speech before the comma starts. Okay, and then there is a verb which is the part of the reported speech part. So in this direct speech sentence there are two parts, one is the reported verb part, another is the reported speech part. Okay, so now let us understand how the indirect speech sentence looks like. So in indirect speech sentence, what we do not have inverted commas here. Okay, and we remove those inverted commas, then we do not separate the reported verb, we connect them with the help of an connector, that is that. Okay, so we introduce a connector like normally we use that. In interrogative sentences we also use if, whether, what, question words like where, how, all these question words. So depending upon the which particular sentence, what it is, whether it is a statement or it is an interrogative question or it is an imperative question. So accordingly we will use the connector. Now the next aspect is that we have to change the reporting verb according to the tense, according to the sense and the tense of the speech. Okay. Then another aspect is do not change the tense of the reporting verb. Okay, so reporting verb, the tense does not changes in the reporting verb section. Okay, it remains the same, whereas the tense of the reported speech part will change according to the reported verb. Okay. Now let us move ahead with that you have to convert all kinds of sentences into an assertive sentence. That means in indirect speech sentences there are no other type of sentences, only there are assertive sentences. Okay. Then you have to make necessary changes in the person, in the verb forms, time, place and expression. So all these different changes are to be made when we transform the sentence from a direct speech sentence to an indirect speech sentence. Now let us move that to look around the various rules for changing the sentences. Now here we have our first. Now as we can understand, we have been discussing here the actual words of the speaker can be reported in the direct speech sentences. Okay. And similarly in indirect speech sentences we can report what the speaker said without quoting his exact words. So the exact words which are being said by the first person are not being quoted, they are being changed, and without changing the sense we are reframing the sentence and we are saying those aspects again in our indirect speech sentence. Okay. Now let us move further to look about the rules for the changing of how we change the direct speech sentences to indirect speech sentences. Okay, so the first rule that we have is words expressing the words expressing nearness in terms of time and place becomes words of distance. Okay. So, that means now we have a table here. In this table, as you can see, there are certain words which have to be changed whenever they are coming across in various direct speech sentences, like this and these has to be changed in that, and those here is changed to there, now is changed to then, okay, ago will become before, similarly thus will become so, this today will become that day, okay, tomorrow will become the next day, yesterday the previous day or the day before, last night will become the night before or the previous night, next week will become the following week. So, in this manner we have different all these words which are used in reference to time and place are being changed like this in the indirect speech sentences. Okay. Now, let us move to the next rule, rule 2 here. Okay. Now, what it says is when the reporting verb is in past tense, that means the reporting verb, she said that, she said to me, like this. Okay. So, the present tense of the direct speech are changed to the corresponding past tenses. That means the reported verb section. Now, let us look here the reported verb. Carl said, this is the reported verb and it is in past tense. Said is the past form of say. Okay. I am happy. I am happy is the reported speech part which is been enclosed in an inverted comma, okay, double inverted comma. Now, how we are going to change it is, since it is the reported verb is in past tense, we will introduce the connected that here and we will change the tense of the reported speech part I am happy and it will be changed to the corresponding past tense, that means simple past tense. The sentence is in simple present tense, okay, and we are changing it to the simple past tense. Okay, so Carl said that he was happy. He is the third person. So, we have to change the first person pronoun to third person pronoun. This is also another change which we need to make here. Now, similarly, we can see one more example here. Melvin said. So, again the reported verb is in past tense. My father is sleeping. Now, the tense of this reported speech section is present continuous. Okay. So, now in this manner we are going to change this present continuous to past continuous, introducing the connector here, and accordingly we are going to change the pronoun to the third person. So, Melvin said that his father was sleeping. So, the tense has been changed correspondingly from present continuous to past continuous. My has been changed to his, okay. So, the third person pronoun has been introduced here and we have removed the inverted commas and that has been introduced as the connector. So, now and here see here we have not changed the reported verb part, okay. Only the changes comes in reported speech section. So, that is how we change the different sentences here. Okay. There are few more aspects which we deal. Suppose here we have in this part we have present perfect tense like I have been, I have written the letter. Okay. Now, in this way, suppose we have to change the present perfect to past perfects. Okay. He had written the letter like this. Okay. Now, similarly, if we have past perfect, present perfect continuous in the reported speech part here, then we will convert it into past perfect continuous. Okay. Now, let us have some more idea about if suppose there is a past tense here. I was happy. Suppose it is like that. That means simple past tense. So, now a simple past tense sentence will convert to past perfect sentence. Okay. Past perfect tense verb, okay, in the reported speech part. Similarly, if we have past continuous tense here, like I was writing letter, suppose. Carl said I was writing letter. Suppose it is like that. Okay. In that case, what will happen? We will change past continuous to past perfect continuous. Carl said that he had been writing a letter, like this. Okay. So, in this manner we are changing the various. Similarly, if there is past perfect tense, it will remain the past perfect. Okay. Now, one more aspect, if suppose there is future tense there, like if suppose it is I will write letter or my father will sleep. Okay. Now, in this case will change to would. When we are going to change the sentence to indirect speech, it will become his father would sleep, like this. Is it clear probably? Now, similarly, if it is he will be doing, okay, that means future continuous tense. So, it will become he would be doing, like this. So, in this manner, the various things used to change in future tense when the future tense is found in reported speech section. Now, let us move to the next set of rule here, that is the rule 3. Now, in rule 3 we are going to deal with the reported verb if it is in present tense or in future tense. That means, if the reporting verb is in present or in future tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech does not change. That means, if the reported verb, this is the reported verb section, he says or my father will say. Here in this first example, the reported verb is in present tense. In the second example, we have reported verb in future tense. Okay. So, here our reported verb is in either in present tense or in future tense. Now, in this case, the reported speech section, this is the reported speech section, it is not going, the tense of the verb used in reported speech will not change in the indirect sentence, and rest of the things will change, like the pronoun will change, the inverted comma will be removed. Okay. So, the sentence will become he says that he will never come back. Is it clear probably? Now, we will take one more example from future tense. My father will say, I cannot buy you a car. Now, here the reported verb is in future tense. So, my father will say that. Okay, we have introduced that here. I is changed to he. So, he cannot buy me a car. Nothing has been changed. No tense has been changed in the reported speech section of the sentence, because the reported verb is in future tense. Similarly, here reported verb is in present tense. So, I think this rule is being clear to us. Now, let us move to the next rule here, that is, if the reported speech expresses a universal truth or a habitual fact, its tense remains unchanged. Now, these are some of the exceptions here. We can understand them as a rule here. Whatever be the tense of the reported verb, it does not matter if it is talking about any universal truth, okay, or habitual facts. Okay. So, look here for the example. Mother said, Annie drinks milk before going to bed every night. Now, drinking milk every night is an habitual action, and this habitual action is being done by Annie. So, though mother said is in, the reported verb is in past tense. So as per the rule we can change the tense of the sentence, but here since it is an habitual action, a habitual action should not be changed. The tense of the habitual action should not be changed. So mother said that Annie drinks milk before going to bed every night. So this is the indirect sentence here. Now similarly, if we have a universal truth here, the teacher said honesty is the best policy. So honesty is the best policy is a universal truth. So now again we are not going to change the tense of the reported speech section. So the sentence will become like this: the teacher said that honesty is the best policy. Here is remains the same is. We have not changed the tense of the reported speech. So in this manner, these are the two aspects which we need to take care according to rule 4. Now let us move to rule 5 here. In rule 5, now we have to understand if the main verb is in the simple past tense and the verb in the time clause is in the past continuous tense. Now here the rule is talking about the reported speech section. That means if suppose in our reported speech we have two verbs. Okay, first verb is in past, simple past, okay, the main verb, and then there is another time clause, the verb in the time clause is in past continuous tense. It is usual to change the main verb to past perfect and leave the verb in the time clause unchanged. That means the main verb of the reported speech, that is in past tense, will change to past perfect as per the rule 1. Okay. Similarly, the second verb, which is the part of the time clause, will remain unchanged. Okay. Now see here the example is, she said David fell while he was crossing the road. There are two verbs here in the reported speech. See, this is the reported verb section. We will leave it because already we know it is in past tense. So we have to change the sentence. Now the thing is, in the reported speech section, in this section there are two verbs used. One is the main verb fell. David fell. While from here the time clause is starting. Okay. Now while he was crossing the road. Now in this time clause the past continuous tense is being used, was crossing the road. So now what we will do is we will change this main verb here and we will convert it into past perfect, whereas we will make this particular present past continuous tense which is used in the time clause to be unchanged. Now look here into the indirect sentence. She said that David had fallen. Okay. So we have changed the simple past tense fell to past perfect tense had fallen while he was crossing the road. So what we have done is we have not changed the past continuous form of the time clause and we have made it to be unchanged and we have kept it like that and used it in the indirect sentence in the same manner. So the sentence becomes like this: she said that David had fallen while he was crossing the road. Now here, so this is the indirect speech sentence. I think the rule 5 is been clear here with this example. Let us move to rule 6 here. Now rule 6 says that if the reported speech describes a state of affairs that still exists when the speech is reported, its tense remains unchanged. Now this is another rule here that there is a state of affair which is being talked in the reported speech. Okay. Now this particular state of affair, if suppose it still exists, that state of affair still exists, still in the present time also, then its tense will remain unchanged. Look here for the example. Mark said, my wife keeps complaining of X and pains. Now what is this? This is a state of affair that his wife is complaining about pains and X. Okay. Now this is a state of affairs which is been still existing. His wife still complains about the pains and X. Now this state of affair is still present in the present scenario when this aspect is been reported. Okay. So now in the indirect sentence, Mark said that his wife keeps complaining of X and pains. That means we have not changed the tense of the sentence of the reported speech section here. Keeps will remain, it will remain unchanged. Okay. So this is how this rule is being applied. Now I think probably we have been done with rule 6. Now let us move to rule 7. If the question in the indirect speech begins with a question word, for example, who, what, which, where, when, okay, this word serves as a link between the reporting verb and the reported question. Now what we are saying here is that if there is an interrogative sentence being the part of the reported speech, reported speech section is this one, which is in the inverted comma. Okay. Now here the reported speech starts with the question word why. Okay. Now what we will do here is, why did she come? Sam said. Okay. Now what we will do is, we will use this question word why as a connector, and here Sam asked, just to reflect that this is an interrogative sentence, we will use the reported verb to be changed to asked, or we can also use inquired or questioned. There can be different ways in using these reported verbs. Okay. So here we are using asked. Sam asked why. We are not using that here, which we were been using up till now. We are using the question word which was used in the direct speech. So why is the connecting word here. Sam asked why she had come. So now the sentence changes to an assertive sentence. Now it is no more an interrogative sentence. Any of the interrogative sentences in the direct speech will always change to the assertive sentences. There is no scope. That means we will never find any of the interrogative sentences in indirect speech. Always in indirect speech we have all the assertive sentences. So here we have to change the interrogative sentence to the assertive sentence. So it will become as Sam asked why she had come. Okay. Now here I think we have made our point and it has been clear now. I hope you must be doing well at your home. Take good care of yourself. Students, stay home and stay safe. Goodbye.